Hello, and welcome back to Jungle Gym Reptiles. Today, we're going to be talking about a new member of the family. Before we get to that, it's been quite busy around here with summertime. With my family, it gets pretty busy, so I haven't been posting as many videos lately. We have fair time coming up. We're prepping for that. I just started a new job as well, so that new job's been taking up a lot of time, but the new job is amazing and it helps me provide for these reptiles. And as always, if you like these videos and you like seeing them, I appreciate the support, because hopefully one day these videos will help support me and take care of these animals and build my collection and build to rescuing reptiles as well that people didn't really know what they were getting into. And that's really the dream, is to make money off of YouTube and be able to take care of all these reptiles full time. But yeah, that's the reason for this about 2 month gap of no videos, is I've just been really busy with the new job and getting ready for fair time. And with fair time, we're going to be I'm going to be posting a video every day. We're going to do kind of a vlog kind of thing, showing the reptile building, all the different types of reptiles that the kids bring in, as well as all my reptiles I bring along. And it should be a really good time. But today is about the Schneider skink. Now, if you've never heard of a Schneider skink, neither did I until about yesterday. It was kind of an impulse buy. I've never seen one before. I've seen blue tongue skinks that I've always wanted. Blue tongues are really cool. They get really big. They get really thick. They're just really awesome creatures. And I've never heard of a Schneider skink, never seen one before. I've gone to plenty of expos and I have not seen them. Now, the bedding I put in there is not permanent. It is not perfect. It is what I had at the time. It is a mixture of calcium sand and Reptisoil, which turns out is not very good for Schneider skinks, because they need a very dry environment. They don't need humidity like a lot of other types of reptiles. They need humidity, but very low. About 20% is what we're looking for. Maybe even lower. But you want a mixture of sand and some type of topsoil, so that they can dig under there and the soil's not going to collapse on top of them. That's the last thing you would want, right? So before we go ahead and pull him or her out, we'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and show you their setup. So down here, we have the Schneider skinks setup. It does not have a name yet. As we see, they are chilling back there. So up here, I have a UVB to light up this side of the enclosure, just because I couldn't afford a big enough UVB for the time. But we also have a dual setup right here. This is the basking lamp coming down onto that rock, that fancy looking rock right there, to heat it up and make it nice and warm. And it also hits right here, but there is another UVB lighting up this side. They need lots of UVB to be nice and healthy. Now we're going to go through here. Like I said, this is a mixture of calcium sand and Reptisoil. Now that is not perfect for them, but it will do. I have somebody picking me up the correct soil, and that soil will be here today. Look at them. They are just so relaxed back there, and it is awesome. But this is probably my favorite initial setup I've ever done. Like, it just looks amazing. It doesn't look super like luscious with plants, but it's not supposed to. He or she is from a desert. It's not supposed to be full of plants. Now over there we have Shuckle, who is still trying to get out, and I always put all these fancy plants and he drags them in his house, or he drags them out here, and he's trying to escape still. So anyways, back to the Schneider skink. So we have its hide right here. Now that is the initial hide. They may end up not even using that. But over here, I have just a fancy plant for them to hide behind if they want to, and I'll probably add some more plantage right there. Right here is their feeding dish for vegetables and fruits. Yes, they can eat both fruits and vegetables. Now, it's currently closing its eyes. I feel like it likes being talked about. Now, I bought these 2 flat birch logs right here because when I saw it in the store, I noticed that it loves digging underneath them, and so that was pretty cute. And then over here it has a basking rock, which this was just a random rock that I had laying around, and I went ahead and cleaned it up and put it in. And then over here we have, they like to climb up things, like not vertically, just like they like to climb a little bit of elevation. And over there we have a small water dish because they don't need a big water dish. They're never going to, Schneider skinks are never going to chill inside their bowl like a ball python. Well, ball pythons don't typically chill in there. They do like going inside of a big bowl. Now, this is very, from my research I've done, this is a very good setup. There's plenty of enrichment in here for him or her, and I'm starting to think it's a her because of the color. Now, the reason I haven't taken it out yet is because it loves to run around. And so I was curious why Schneider skinks, I haven't seen one before, and it turns out they're not as popular. They have a really chill personality, just like a blue tongue skink, but they don't get as big. Schneider skinks get only about 18, at most 22 inches long. Now, I measured this one yesterday, and it's sitting about 14 inches long. I would assume that this Schneider skink is maybe a year and a half old. From what I was told, that this Schneider skink was born, and then somebody bought it, sold it to a pet store because they didn't want it, started from one pet store, went to another, and then I bought it from the pet store it was in. So it's pretty much lived its entire life in a pet store, which is a shame, but it won't be anymore. Now, that gets us to our next point, which is lifespan. Lifespans of a Schneider skink range between 15 to 20 years, and that is just in the wild. Now, they can live even longer in captivity, so we're probably looking at close to the 30-year range, so this is going to be a long-time pet, and that may have been something that scared the initial owner. The Schneider skink could have been, they could have realized that this thing is not going to stay itty-bitty like it was, and it was going to need a bigger enclosure. That enclosure it is in now is about 40-gallon, I believe, and that will be plenty good enough for its entire life. It will grow, it's 14 inches long, and it will grow a little bit longer, and that enclosure will be good. Now, it wouldn't be good if you had 2 of them. The cool thing about Schneider skinks is they can live cohabitatively. From what I've researched, now I'm still learning this is only one day in, but from what I've seen, Schneider skinks can live together. If they are a female and a male, they will live perfectly fine together, and they you don't have to worry as much about them breeding because they will only try a few times in their breeding season, and if they're not successful, they won't try again for the rest of the year. And I haven't looked into how many they would produce, but I'm assuming it would be a low number. Now, like I said, I've only had this Schneider skink for a day, and I love it. The personality is awesome. It just kind of hangs out in your hand for a second and chills until it realizes, oh, I'm outside, and then it just wants to crawl everywhere, all over you. It is amazing. That's why I'm waiting to bring it out. Now, going through a few name options, I kind of like to wait until my reptiles give me their name. They give me their personality. Now, my girlfriend gave a few names of what she thinks we should name it, and I do like a few of them, so we will, the next time we talk about the Schneider skink, we'll reveal the name, obviously. And if you have any name suggestions, feel free to comment down below and we'll add them to the list. I mean, you're part of my family just as much as these reptiles are part of my family. This is a growing community, and I love it. Now, like I said, so to take care of a Schneider skink is pretty basic. Their diet consists of insects, and so such as dubia roaches, crickets, obviously mealworms, and then you can give them veggies. Now, do your research. I haven't fully done my research on which veggies they can eat yet, but they can also eat fruits. So do your research as well. I haven't done my full research. We will continue to go more in depth as I grow and learn about this reptile, which I'm super excited about. And that tortoise is being super loud like always. But yeah, their biggest thing is they need somewhere to dig. So they need to be able to dig. And I'm looking at getting some excavator sand to be able to make some caves and whatnot. And that enclosure is going to look awesome. It's going to be very heavy, but it's going to look awesome. So yeah, I haven't really found a reason why there's not a huge market on these Schneider skinks, but there really isn't. The Schneider skink was only about $60, and I looked into it, and that's pretty much what you would be looking at for a Schneider skink. That's the average market. And it's so weird because it's such an awesome reptile. They're so low maintenance, and they're really chill to hang out with. They're almost like a bearded dragon, which we got, Draco over there chilling. And so, yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and bring it out, and I will show you guys what it looks like. So this is the little one right here. As you can see, it's so cool. Look how long that tail is. And now a cool thing about the Schneider skinks is obviously the color variation on them. As you can see, there's those orange spots. And the reason I believe this one's a female is because the males have more of a predominant darker gray on them. And I just noticed this little one has what looks like a burn mark that healed previously in the past. Now, obviously, I'm going to be taking this one to a vet to get an initial checkout. But look they're just hanging out. They're like, hey, what's up? Once they get an idea that they're out of their enclosure, they'll want to move around more. But initially, it's just hanging out. They're so cool. Now, a cool thing about the Schneider skink is their tails will fall off sometimes, but they won't grow back all funky and weird bulb shaped like a leopard gecko. They will grow back perfectly fine and perfectly straight. Yeah, this one's got some... I didn't notice yesterday because I put it in its enclosure and kind of just let it chill. So it does have some scale issues, which I'm going to take it in and have that checked out. But we will keep an update on that, and I will let everyone know how that's going. But if we look, it's just got super awesome color variations, and it is so chill. But yeah, you can see that tail is just so long. But if you have any name suggestions for this little one right here, please feel free to let me know. I'm kind of going for a unisex name because we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. And we will go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back real quick. And I'm only calling it an it right now because, like I said, we don't know what the sex is yet. We don't know if it's male or female. But that is pretty much it for today's video. If you have any questions or anything about any suggestions or questions regarding the Schneider skink, feel free to put it in the comments, and I will answer every comment that is in the comment section. That is one thing I am big about when it comes to my fans or subscribers or whatever you want to call people that follow me, is I will answer every comment. I will go through, if there's 400 comments, I'm going through 400 comments. If anyone has a question in there, I'm going to answer to it. I will respond. If you're new to this channel, please feel free to like the video. Liking the video really helps me out, and it helps take care of everyone in here. Last year alone, I rescued one snake and found it a new home. And it was because of this channel. Someone saw that I rescued a ball python and they wanted to take it in, and that was it. I mean, no, sorry. They saw my YouTube channel, they heard about me here in this community, and they wanted to give me it because they needed to give it up. Sorry, wrong scenario. Someone else wanted my other rescue, but my family wanted to keep it. So, please like, subscribe if you haven't. If you like the videos, it is definitely a help. And besides that, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video.